How to overcome a study gap. It is sometimes necessary to take a break from studies, whether for family or health reasons or to get work experience. Many potential students worry that taking a long break from school might hurt their chances of getting into a Canadian school or getting a study permit. Even though you haven't been in school for a long time, you can still come to Canada as an international student. When you apply to schools or get a study permit, you might run into some problems or challenges. Now let us see what are the probable reasons for a gap of study. Health issue. You might have to stop studying if you have a serious accident or get sick. This may cause you to stay away from study for a reasonable time, which is considered as a legitimate reason for a study gap. Family problem. You may need to drop everything to take care of elderly family members. Family reasons include divorce and legal troubles. Family issues may not warrant a study break, but sometimes it may necessitate a time away from your regular study. On a job. Work experience can boost academic performance. You may land in an internship or in a full-time job, which may prevent you from going back for higher study. Inadequate English test score. Poor English test scores may prevent some from studying in Canada. You may have wanted a study permit but failed your English language competence test. Poor financial condition. Study gaps are often caused by financial issues. Many people want to study in Canada, but without sufficient cash, they may be denied. Therefore, many prospective international students work in their native country after high school. After saving for years, they apply to study in Canada. How to overcome the study gap. Be honest and describe your situation with adequate proof of evidence for the study gap. In case of a health issue, provide doctor's prescriptions, documents of medical and treatments, invoices, and insurance letters if possible. To describe a family problem, be brief and describe the reasons. You may submit a doctor's note for elderly people in your family, if you had to take care of them. If your family problems involved a lawsuit, please provide a copy of valid documents. Showcase a gap for work as a meaningful opportunity to develop personal and professional skills. Provide experience letters and course completion certificates. Choose a school appropriate for you. After a long gap from school, choosing a Canadian school is crucial. Some schools have difficult admission criteria in selection of mature international students. So you may go for schools which have easy access. Select a program related to your work experience. The program you choose should be related to your current job and recent past experience. The school will definitely ask for a resume for an assessment. You should satisfy the visa officer describing your study goals and future plan. Explain why a study in Canada is necessary for your challenging job and how this upgrade will help you enhance your future career. Get a letter from your employer. They should mention that you are going to Canada for a study for improvement of skills. Let them say it on the letter if you are going to rejoin them upon returning to your home country after study. If you are self-employed or a business person, you should opt for business or related study. Explain how the study is important for you as time evolves. You may also provide enough evidence of your financial strength. Apply alone. If you have a family with children, you must satisfy the visa officer that you have enough financial resources to pay your tuition, living and other expenses for your family. You may apply just for yourself only and may not include your spouse and children in the application. You may apply for them soon after arriving in Canada. Get better English language test score. A better score in the English language test may help you get admission in a university. Minimum IELTS score 6.0 is mandatory for visa purposes for SDS or Student Direct Stream countries, but it is not mandatory for non-SDS countries. In a nutshell, a university admission with a high IELTS score may offer a better chance. Go back to school. You may start a higher study online evening or weekend class in your home country, which indicates that you're a student again. You may apply for a Canada study permit while studying or after completion of that program. You should provide your current study transcripts and tuition invoices. This may minimize your study gap and convince the visa officer that you're worth studying in Canada. Some common questions and answers. Is a long study gap acceptable to college or university? It may be acceptable if justified. Is a long study gap acceptable to IRCC or Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada? It may be acceptable if justified. Do middle-aged or older people get study permits? Yes, they get. How much of a study gap is acceptable? No matter how much of a gap you have. You may apply anytime. How is the possibility of getting a visa with a study gap? There is no mathematical number. It depends on the credibility of your submitted documents and how the visa officer assesses those. A visa officer has the authority to decide independently on an application, but he has to follow a guideline provided by Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada. Which Canadian universities accept study gaps? All Canadian universities accept study gaps, but students may be required to meet varying conditions. How can I appeal the rejection of my study permit? You have to hire a lawyer who will appeal in the Federal Court of Canada for you. Can Westmount Immigration Services help me in applying for a study permit or if it is refused? Definitely. Please contact us.